Today we are making pomegranates, and there are whole pomegranates and then a couple of half pomegranates. And obviously these are glued on. I used triple thick to get them shiny and glued on there. And then there's moss underneath, and then this is my little bowl, which I'm going to put triple thick on the bottom to make it all look one color, because my darling helper got it a little oily. But anyway, it's supposed to be all white, like that. Well, this is what we are going to make today. You start off, you have a little bowl, and you can get those at Hobby Lobby, and I'll put the item number so you can look and find it at your Hobby Lobby. And I took some moss and I cut it, just any moss that you get. You buy it by the bagful. Usually I got mine at Hobby Lobby too. All of this is at Hobby Lobby, okay? Anyway, you put this on here, and then you start off with your pomegranates. And I'm using a ball a little bit larger, of translucent, a little bit larger than a dark red. You don't want Christmas red, you want like real dark red. And you mix these two together. If you do a solid red and you don't put translucent in it, it'll look okay. It'll look like this, which is fine, but it doesn't look real like this one right here that has translucent mixed in. So I'll mix those together and then I'll show you the next step. So I've mixed the two colors, and I actually went with about 50% red, 50% translucent. And then you just make it into a little ball.
I need some of that.
Alright. Here.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So then you take another little tiny ball that's going to be the top, because you want this really kind of round. And you're going to stick it on there, kind of standing up. And then you take a toothpick or whatever your little blending tool is. Mine happens to be a dental tool, is my favorite blending tool. And you blend the edges. Then you're gonna use your fingers a little bit, kind of smooth it. Make sure you keep your pomegranate round. And then I'm using a Wilton tip number 24 for the top up here. I'm going to use that, it's just empty. And I'm going to press in and pull up, and that's going to give me the definition that's inside. And I'm going to close it up just a little bit. Alright, just like that. Now you have, and it can be crooked because it would be cut crooked sometimes, or straight, doesn't matter. Go to your pastels. I have my pastels. I'll back it up for you. Maybe. Okay. Here's your pastels, and I'm going to go to, let's see, brown first. I have two different little paint brushes I use because I'm going to use black, and black is only for black. Anyway, going to use my brown. Scrape it up so it's easy. Load your paintbrush, and then you're going to start stippling. You're just going to put it in different thicknesses all around. Oops, I'm not even showing you. Look at that. Alright. You're already seeing the different definitions. So you'll want it to be a little more brown on this side. And kind of roughen it up. There's the bottom. Now I'm going to take a teeny tiny tipped paintbrush, and right on the tip there, I'm going to use black, and I'm going to carefully get the black on the inside Pull off any extra. You might do a spot black here, a spot there, and just rub it in so it looks like it's been beat up a little bit. And then on the bottom you could do, you'll want to use a toothpick or something really tiny. I'm going to go back to my dental tool because on the other side it has this perfect little spot. And you do your round circle on the bottom, and then you do your black in there too. Now I would go over it with brown because you don't want it to be solid black. And then that's the top. You want to kind of soften that look. The darkest part's going to be around the tip here, right here. Let me see if I can get even closer without you guys getting all fuzzy on me. There. Alright. Don't be afraid to get a little dirty. It's fun to get messy. Now use a rolled up piece of tin foil, or if you're like me, you have a tin foil mold. It's in the shape of tin foil. It's just old clay. Woo! And so this is my tin foil shape. You can just use the rolled up tin foil and start giving it texture all around. Not necessarily on the stem, and if you're going to glue the bottom, then I wouldn't worry about the bottom too much. But there is your texture. Make sure you keep that a nice round shape. And I'm going to have my bowl here, my moss, and I'm going to I have some other pomegranates that I worked on earlier. You're going to have your pomegranates sitting around. And then you're going to have, if you want, you can have one open that has the little pomegranate seeds in it. It's better when you have longer to work on it. Here's the one that's finished. I'm going to show you how to make the open pomegranate seeds. So, you have your little pomegranate you just made, and it's still soft. You have not baked it. And you're going to get your razor blade.
Razor blade.
The razor blade. And I'm going to cut it from top to bottom, so then if the bottom gets squished, it's not too bad. And I'm also going to kind of rock it as I cut, so the slice hopefully goes more even. But you are going to lose, you're not going to cut all of them. The ones you do cut, they're going to lose a lot of texture. So you're going to want to later go back and give it some more tinfoil shape. Okay. Try not to lose that tip that you worked on so hard. You want it to look like it was just sliced off a tree. And where is my translucent? I'm going to use just a tiny bit of translucent here. And I'm going to, I'm going to roll it out. Try and get this here for you. Okay. Now you can use your toothpick or whatever you use. And you want to go right up to the edge with this, but not over the edge. You may have to cut a little off.
Nervous? Nervous?
Mm-mm.
Why are you so quiet?
Oh, because I'm trying to get this done right.
Oh.
You can pull up the edges just a little bit if you want. And that translucent's going to stick really well because that's some sticky stuff. Oopsie. So then you have all that white in there. Now you're going to take some scrapbooking marbles. They're clear, and you can use a tiny bit of paint. I'm using bright red acrylic paint by Plaid, and I'm using just a tiny little drop, and I put it in with some beads in here. They're way down there. And these clear beads, or they're marbles, they're clear marbles, they're glass. You're going to drip them on top. And try not to make them one layer, because if they're all one layer, it looks so totally fake. It looks bad. So you kind of want to pile them. They look much, much better. And the nice thing about using clear beads underneath the red paint is that they, like the real pomegranate seeds, they almost look like you can see through them. Of course, it'd be better if I moved in the camera view. There. So like that. And I forgot to tell you, you're going to want to bake the hard clay. After you put the white on there, you're going to want to bake this hard, and then you're going to put your paint with your beads on there, because if not, it could bubble. It may not, but it probably will. Get on there. So this one would be done. Just you would let that dry, and then you would put it, when you put it on here with the other ones, you would attach these by just using well, I did it right for a change, some triple thick, and it was $3.99 for 4 ounces. Everybody asks that. Hobby Lobby. And by Deco Art. Anyway, you just put this over the top of it and let it dry, and then it'll stay on there and won't go anywhere. That's all there is to a pomegranate.